Hi all, welcome to Workato Masterclass series. Today we are going to continue our discussion on use cases. Before we move into our today's session, let's have a quick recap on what we have seen in the previous session. We have seen how to use a ternary operator in a single line without having a if and else statements. And also we have seen about removal of a line breaker characters from the given requirements, right? So if you have missed it, please go and check our previous session as well. I'll be providing the link in the description box, as well as you can click on the I button at the right top of our video. Let's move into our today's discussion. That is, convert a list of string list of to a list of numbers. Basically it says how we have to convert a list of string to list of numbers. Okay, here's the example. Input is they will be having a list which has having a 150 and 4, which is encoded with a double quotes. Okay, so hence we have to convert that into a normal number, say 150 and 4, without quoting a double quotes. We should have a double quotes in that. So we'll go to our workspace and discuss about further on the use cases. Okay, so once we have logged into our workspace, right? So this is how the workspace looks like. Left side will be having a folder structures, along with the right side will have the actual projects, which is shown in the each of the folder. Okay, so since I have all my recipes are under in the recipe folders, that's why when I click on the recipes, this is how the right side looks, right? So you can also check where exactly you have recipes into your folder structures. Okay, so some of you have the recipes in the main folder structure, which is not a best practices. Always have a recipes folder include as a part of your main folder structures. Then I have the connections folder, as well as the functions, reusable functions, or we can say like the functions which is required for the part of your recipes building. So let's go into our recipes, actual recipe, which talks about a conversion of like a list string into list integer. Okay, we have to convert that whatever we have a list which is in the data type of string to be converting into the numbers. Okay, it should be number list. So now, say example, it can have a scheduler trigger, as well as, or maybe can have a applications trigger, event based. So since I am not using here the application as a trigger, so hence I have hard coded my sample. Anyway, sample has to be hard coded, which should be a part of your how the basically structure looks, and the document will be the actual document, which is maybe coming from your applications, that will be have to give in this document space. So I have hard coded in the document space with the similar to the structures which you can see in the sample document. Okay. So now I have here is like a K1 and K1 has a key and T1 has a value. Similarly, a V has a key and number numerical, let's say string in the quotes with a double quotes with a including the 9 as a value for that. So now similarly there'll be a K1 T2 and the value is being included in the double quotes for the 11. So if we have T3, similarly 21 and T4 and 7. Now this has to be converted into our list of string into list of numbers. So now there is a possibility that we can use list of string and list of string into, we have to convert that into list of numbers, correct? So hence the data type has to be integer. So what is the twist here is like when we create a list to convert like the variable, when you create the variable, it has to be a type of integer, not a string. Okay. Now, say example, when the moment I use this step 3 output, right? I'm used a plug, then I've used V. V is nothing but that is the value is the key is coming from my third step, that is called API name. So we have to use API name as in our plug of the functions, where we can call select formula. Then the moment I use max here, what does basically Workato gives me the answer. Okay, let's understand that. So if you observe carefully, my third step gives me the output as K1 T1 and value as 9, which is in the double quotes, right? The moment I used this particular thing, right, create variable, that is I have used input is coming is similarly to the similar to the third step, which is I'm getting, right? But I've used a max function. It's a formula in the at the right after the plug function, plug formula, correct? So moment I use, I have, if you observe carefully, my answer has to be 21, correct? Because the largest number here is 21 compared to other numbers. But whereas the moment I've used the pluck operation, that's the pluck operation still have the value in the response is still in the string because I'm not using the output. I'm not applying the max formula on top of the on top of the response, right? I'm applying directly to the output, like the response right after the pluck operation getting, that is a string of values. Okay, so hence what basically the Workato is follows is its lexicographic order, or you can say dictionary order. So example, I have here 21, I have here 9, 11 and 7. So example, let's say 9 and 11, right? So the moment I observe this, what it does is like it compares 9 and the first number, first digit of the 11. That means 1, right? So which is greater? It is 9 or 1. It is 9 great, right? So right next after, it'll go to 21. The moment it goes to the 21, if you observe here, the first digit is in the 21 is 2. So that's compared with 9 and 2. That means it goes with the first digit of a numerical number. Means if it's having two digit numbers, then it will go with the first digit as a comparison for the comparison operations. So now in the case of 7, since the 9 is bigger than 7, hence it gives me the result as 9. Got it? So suppose I want to change that into, now this is a wrong response which I got, right? I need to get a 21 as my output. Let's go and change this particular thing. I'll use a logger as my for the output operations. I'll remove this max. Now what I will do, I've used this list, means I'm getting the output. From the output, I'm applying max functions. Okay. So what it does, let's see. Now I'll do a save and I'll do a test receipt. Okay. This is success now. See, if you observe this carefully, now I got the output as number. Means like whatever we had in the past text, which we gave, that is 9, 11, 21, 7. That was quoted with, like it's in a quoted double quotes, right? So, but the moment I gave this particular as a pluck v, and I've used the list, the variable as integer type. The data type is integer. Hence, it give me the output as 9, 11, 21, 7 in the numerical values. The moment I've used this like output from the list 4 step, that is numerical values. I'm applying the max function on the list of numbers. Instead of I'm applying the max formula to the list of strings, so which gives me exact result what I require. Because right, what we require basically, right? 21 is the highest number among the 9, 11 and 7, right? 7, correct, right? 21 is the highest number, maximum number. You can say like max number among the total 4 values. So that's basically the concept behind the when you convert the list of string or you want to apply the max function or min functions to the list of strings, you should be very careful to understand the lexicographic order, or you can say dictionary order. So the moment it says say gives the value, you should be thinking about why basically it gives. It's behind the scene is it follows the lexicographic order, or you can say dictionary order. So you should apply, or when you apply, before applying, you should convert that particular when you do the plug operations, it should be applied, and it should be on the variable of type is integer. It should be a variable of type is integer. Then the moment you give that particular thing, it converts that into a list integer. Then right after that, you can apply the function or a formula, it's max or min function, to get the required results. Okay, hope you have understood the concepts, why basically it's important for to understanding the applying the formulas, very important on the which operation you are applying. Means suppose you are applying on the string, it gives the different results, whereas if you apply exact the min and max function on the exact numbers, on basically minimum and maximum you want to apply for, it should be for the numbers, right? Because that's how it be you will looking for the output is. Hence you should be applying for the exact the data type. If you're applying a min or max functions or a formula to be applied to numbers. Okay, so if suppose you are wantedly like to apply that particular functions to the integers, that means the required result will be different. Suppose you're applying the min and max functions to the formula to the string, a list of string that is like 9, 21, 7 and 11. It is like in that string format. If you apply that, it gives the result as 9 is the highest because of the lexicographic order or a dictionary order it will follows. Okay, hope you understood this particular lesson very well. So be careful like while applying the functions or formula to your outputs very well, so that you get the desired results. Okay, so until the next session, keep learning and keep rocking, guys. Thank you.